Morning, everyone. Chào quý vị. Anyone cold today? Anyone feel any cold now? Huh? A little bit? Everyone feels cold. You're not supposed to. Okay, those who are feeling cold, you're not meditating properly. Okay, because in a day like today, meditation warms you up and it feels very comfortable. Anyone feels that way? It's cold. The temperature is kind of cool right now. But as soon as you start meditating, it should warm you up and you feel very, very comfortable. Yes? Yes? This is why I meditate. When it gets cold like this, it's perfect for meditation. This kind of weather is perfect for meditation. Besides the fact that it still hurts a lot, the body, the legs still hurt. So that makes it difficult to meditate. But if you're able to conquer the leg's discomfort and pain, it feels very good. Okay? So it is an investment. Meditation is you persevere. The payoff is tremendous. All right. Today, let me talk a little bit about the various forms of meditation. All right. Meditation, as you know it, has many forms, and I would classify them as to three different kinds, basically. Đại khái có ba cái loại thiền. Number one is what I would call the worldly meditation. Thứ nhất là thiền thế gian. Okay. Now we know it doesn't matter where you learn it from. Okay. Or who teaches it. Cái là không quan trọng. Cái người dạy, người thầy không cần biết người thầy là ai. Whether it is a lay person or a monk, you can tell this is worldly meditation. Okay, or the Theravada meditation, or the Mahayana meditation, hoặc là loại thiền thứ nhì là cái thiền nguyên thủy, và thiền thứ ba là thiền đại thừa. Không có cái người dạy không quan trọng, có thể là người tại gia, người xuất gia, không quan trọng, nhưng điều cái quan trọng là cái người thầy mà dạy có ba cái loại thiền là dạy. Okay. So what is worldly meditation? You can tell the teacher teaches worldly meditation because he or she stresses worldly benefits. Quý vị có thể thấy nhận thức rằng cái người thầy này, cái người giáo sư này, cái người thiền sư này hoặc cái người thầy dạy thiền này đó đang chạy về thế giới thiền, thế gian thiền. Tại sao? Tại vì cái ông thầy, cái cô bà thầy này nhấn mạnh về cái lợi ích của thế gian này. Okay, what are the worldly benefits? They talk about things like happiness, things like stress, things like sensual pleasures, things like gains. Người thầy họ dạy sao? Họ dạy về những cái lợi ích thế gian này. The real worldly benefits you get out of meditation. That's what they talk about. Okay? Những cái lợi ích thế gian là gì? Là chẳng hạn như quý vị bớt căng thẳng tinh thần, quý vị các thầy đó, người thầy đó chú trọng về cái lợi ích như là gì đó hạnh phúc hoặc là thần thông. Okay. Or some of them even talk about hoặc là mấy cái lời của thể xác. So they talk about the benefits of worldly pleasures or bodily pleasures or benefits, những cái lợi về cơ thể. All right. Some of them in particular, I noticed that quite a few who seem to have the Indian influence, nhất một số người mà người ta có vẻ bị ảnh hưởng của thiền Ấn Độ đó, they stress more on the sensual pleasures. Okay, they say that you meditate in order to enhance the sensual pleasures. Một cái số, hi, yeah, you preparing for the chanchi, I know that. Người ta chú ta nhấn mạnh cái lợi ích về những cái hỷ lạc mà về giác quan, okay, nhất là về cái tình dục, okay. So they, for example, some of them stress you do the chakra, they meditate in order to develop chakras, and the chakra is release the energy. When you release energy, then there are two things that happen. Number one, you open your enlightenment, and number two, you before that you also, and maybe simultaneously, you also enhance your sexual pleasures as well. Okay, all those I classify as worldly meditation, worldly goals. Thành họ nhấn mạnh những cái chuyện mà lợi ích về cái khoái lạc, về cái lục căn. Okay, thì ngoài cái đó là thiền thế gian. Okay, and the second kind of meditation is usually revolves around known as mindfulness. Okay, mindfulness. You hear about that a lot, especially from the monks, or very trendy for a long time, for the last 2 or 3 decades. Very popular in Europe, for example. They teach about mindfulness meditation. And when you hear mindfulness, they stress mindfulness. That tells you it's Ravana meditation. Okay. Cái thiền Nam Tông là sao? Thiền Nguyên Thủy là sao? Thường quý vị có những cái chữ họ dạy, cái chữ mà họ thường nhấn mạnh. Đa số những vị thầy mà thiền Nguyên Thủy ta dạy về cái thiền của chánh niệm. Chánh niệm gọi là sao? Quý vị nghe những cái bài cái thiền 20-30 năm này đó, cái thiền chánh niệm nó rất là thịnh hành. Nhất là bên Âu Châu đó, ta dạy cái đó rất là nhiều. Ngay Việt Nam cũng dạy rất là nhiều. Even Vietnam, Europe, you know, they're very, very popular. Okay, and finally, there's something called Mahayana meditation. Cuối cùng có một cái thiền là thiền Đại thừa. What is the difference in Mahayana meditation? Thiền Đại thừa gì? Yes, Roberta, what is the difference in Mahayana meditation? You've been practicing Mahayana meditation. This lady here has been practicing Mahayana meditation for how many years now? 5-6 years. Too many years, she says. Yeah, that's right. Too many years.
Too many years.
Yeah. So what is Mahayana meditation? Thiền Đại thừa là cái gì? Anyone? Yes? Xianche, what is my newly minted or being trained Mahayana meditation teacher? What is Mahayana meditation? He has to think, this is terrible. You can tell that he's still being trained. He hasn't got it yet. Yes?
Brings calmness and peaceness.
Calmness and peace. You can get that with worldly meditation as well, Hinayana meditation. Okay?
But it all depends on your attitude and what you want out of it. And if you want to have peace and contentment, then you keep doing that for that.
Okay. She has a hard time expressing where she's going. She has an idea, but she can't quite put a finger on it yet. Okay, but you're in the right direction. Yes, anyone else? You're in the right direction, that's correct. Yes. Can anyone help her out a little bit?
So, my meditation is highest before the mic, any little bit see the Buddha nature. We already have it, but we confuse when we can see it now.
That's right. That's precisely it. Maya meditation is, let me put it in layman's terms for you. Thiền đại thừa là gì? Tại dạng dùng cái chữ mà phổ thông cho quý vị nghe mà rõ ràng. Okay. Ông thầy này ông nói là thiền đại thừa là thiền để giúp quý vị kiến tánh. Yeah. This mantra set here is Mahayana technical term, meditation to help you see your Buddha nature. Okay. Meaning that you all have the Buddha nature, you just can't see it. That's all. Okay. Thì yeah, you do have it too. Don't sell yourself short. We all have it. And that's a nice thing about Mahayana concept. It's very democratic. We all the same. There's no difference between any of us. We all have the Buddha nature. Okay. And the meditation Mahayana objective is to help you see your Buddha nature. Meaning, what is seeing your Buddha nature? Thiền đại thừa mình là tất cả mọi người đều có cái Phật tánh để mình muốn kiến tánh, là thấy được cái Phật tánh mình. Thấy Phật tánh này làm gì? What happens when you see your nature? Does anyone know? Anyone has an idea what does it mean when you see your nature? Would you like to know? Of course you do want to know. Yes? What happens when you see your nature? What for? Very good. When you see your nature, you stop being confused. You see your confusion. You see that you were confused, and then, I was confused. That's the nature of seeing the nature. The characteristic of seeing nature is what? You realize that you were confused, and you no longer are. Okay. Kiến tánh là sao? Kiến thấy Phật tánh là sao? Là thấy cái vị phát giác là lúc trước mình mê muội. Before you see your nature, you were confused. After you see your nature, you see the nature of your previous confusion. Okay? Sau khi mà quý vị thấy Phật tánh rồi, quý vị thấy lúc trước mình bị mê muội. You didn't realize you were confused. Okay? What is that called? It's called wisdom. Cái vì lúc trước mà khi mà thấy Phật tánh, cái vì thiếu trí huệ không thấy được mình bị mê muội. Because you lack wisdom, that's why you fail to see your confusion. That's why you fail to see, you fail to have clarity of mind. Okay? So let me put it in layman's terms for you. Okay? The Mahayana meditation is in order, we teach you meditation, Mahayana meditation, in order to help you realize your true potential, your highest potential. Thành ra cái thiền đại thừa mình, cái mục tiêu thầy dạy quý vị thiền đại thừa để giúp quý vị phát triển cái khả năng của mình, để đạt được phát triển được cái khả năng tối thượng của mình. Mỗi người đều có khả năng tối thượng là thành Phật. You all are able to be to learn. We are training you. We are showing you the way to realize your potential, your highest potential. Okay? When you realize that potential, okay, you cease to be unhappy and you are extremely, extremely fulfilled. Okay? There's no higher form of fulfillment, by the way. There's no higher form of achievement, if you ask me, you can do. Okay? Thì quý vị khi mà cái thiền đại thừa này là giúp quý vị phát triển cái tiềm tàng, cái khả năng quý vị để quý vị đạt được cái sự thành công mà lớn lao nhất, mà tối thượng nhất. Okay? Lúc quý vị đạt được cái đó, quý vị sẽ không còn khổ, quý vị chỉ toàn là sung sướng. Okay? This is what is So the difference between three forms of meditation are what? Thành ra ba cái loại thiền là nó khác nhau chỗ nào? What's the difference? It boils down to this. The nature of the goals. What Roberta alluded to. What are you after? Okay? Nên quý vị phải nhìn tới cái sự khác biệt của ba cái loại thiền này á, ba cái phương pháp thiền này nó khác ở cái mục đích với nhau. You have to ask yourself, okay? What is it you want to reach? What do you want to achieve? Okay? And the reason that I teach Mahayana meditation is I'm trying to convey to you that you have to be careful about what you wish because it's going to come true. Okay? Thầy dạy cái này nhắc quý vị lại, quý vị phải cẩn thận nhìn cái mục tiêu của mình. Okay? If you only want the worldly benefits, you want to be stronger, you want to be less stressed out, you want to be healthier, okay? Then that's called worldly benefits, okay? That's called small gains. I call the small gains, petty gains.
Small gains?
Not games, gains.
Oh.
Gains.
Small benefits, okay? If you you want to settle for small benefits, okay? Then that's what you're going to get because when you meditate, you will get that. It doesn't matter who the teacher is. Thầy nhắc cái này, this is very important. I separate them because it's not only the teacher, it's also you as well. It's not about the teacher anymore. Okay? See, Roberta started meditating because she had migraines. And when she meditated, migraine went away. The headaches went away, just like that. Without, all medication couldn't help. That's the lady right behind you, the one that took. Yeah, that's Roberta. That's always like this. Yeah, focus. She says, "You look at her. Are you focused?" Okay. Now, I explained to you. I started by explaining to you the teacher. What is the teacher trying to tell you? What he or she is teaching. But also more important, it's not the teacher, it's you. You have to decide, is this what I want out of this endeavor? Bây giờ nhắc lại, lúc đầu mình nói là vì thầy dạy quý vị cái gì. Cái quan trọng nhất là quý vị nghĩ tới là mình thiền để quý vị mục tiêu của quý vị thiền nó ra cái gì. Okay? I feel that if you only settle and you should usually start out with, I want to be healthier, I want to be more peaceful and so on. You know what? All meditation forms get that. And actually, the three forms of meditation are three different levels of attainment. At first, you get the worldly benefits. Okay? Let's face it. If you get no worldly benefits, you will stop to meditate. Okay? Because it's useless to you. Let's face it. No one would want to waste her time except for Roberta. Okay? Okay, right? Who would want to waste your time? Who is in a sane mind will waste your time meditating? Okay? So, everyone who meditates will get the worldly benefits. That's the first level, naturally. We don't have to sell you about it. You meditate, you get all those worldly benefits. Your stress level will decrease. You become healthier. Your focus increases. You are more relaxed. You have more stamina. Okay? You feel stronger physically. Okay? Here, for example, this young man here, he used to go to school and work 20 hours a week. Okay, when he started school, he was in the 50s, right? He went to college at the age of 50, and he was self-supporting, so he had to find a job. Okay, and he went to Caltech, so it's a very demanding schedule. His English wasn't that great; it still isn't. Okay, and he has to work. Okay, and how did he do? What did he do to survive? 20 hours a week, okay? And then the stress of competing in Caltech, okay? And then a language, English, which is, most of it is quite difficult to understand or make yourself understood, okay? There's a story, immigrants were you, if you will. And what did he do to survive? He meditated every day. Am I correct? He meditated every day in order to increase his stamina and keep himself sane. The stress that you can imagine, going to college in that kind of environment is very, very stressful. Okay? So that's what he did. Okay? So you see, that's worldly meditation, because naturally when you meditate, you get all those benefits. There's no need to sell you on those benefits. You know that? Your stamina increases, and therefore you enjoy yourself more, and everything. All the sensual pleasures are increased. You have more sensual pleasures naturally. You enjoy the food more. Your nose is more acute. It's keener, so you smell the fragrance better. Okay, your head is clearer, so you can go through the day and solve your problems better, and you are a lot more relaxed. Okay, all those worldly benefits happens naturally if you meditate. That's why my claim is that as a teacher, I fail to understand why people don't meditate every day. It baffles me, because if you meditate every day, you're so much better off physically, professionally, emotionally, intellectually, you name it. It's so important, meditation, what it can do for you. Try this. You meditate for about every day for half an hour to an hour for about 2 or 3 weeks. Every day now. Then you stop. You see a difference right away. That day you stop, for the next 2 days, you lack energy. Okay? You become grouchy. You feel like yelling at boys. Okay? Making faces at them. Okay? There's a big difference right away. Okay? That's why meditation is critical, because it enhances your life in a way that material things cannot provide you. Okay? So anyway, so the worldly benefits are inherent in meditation. That's why Mahayana, when we teach Mahayana, we rarely mention it, because it's natural. You meditate, you get all those things. You have headaches. The headaches go away. Okay? Granted, at first, your legs have to hurt a little bit. There's a price to pay. A little for a long time for some people. But after 6 years, she still complains about her leg pains. So it tells you how long it took for her. And this woman has not given up yet. Okay? So the point here is that there is a certain price to pay. You cannot expect to get something for nothing. You have to work for it. You have to train yourself for it. No differently than you want to become stronger physically, you need to go to the gym and lift weight. Okay? And lifting weight is painful. It's painful at first. It's not free. Okay? But once you get going, you feel better, you feel good, your stamina increases, you become stronger, and you can do a lot more. You can lift boys with one finger, one hand, All right. So you see, there is a price to pay. Okay? But it's not something that is haphazard. It's not like you go to the gym, there's a way to train yourself in order for you to become stronger and physically more fit. Same thing, meditation. There's a methodology behind these trainings so that we help you get those benefits, okay, without hurting yourself, okay, and quicker, okay. All right. The second kind of benefit is what is called mindfulness, okay, and they call mindfulness meditation, okay. And that's what the Theravadins teach. Okay, they stress more on mindfulness and peace of mind. Okay, cái loại thiền thứ nhì là cái thiền về thiền nguyên thủy, là cái thiền chánh niệm, dạy về cái sự an lạc. Okay, and these mindfulness. What's the advantage of mindfulness? What's the point in mindfulness meditation? Mindfulness meditation is not like most people understand it, most people teach it. Mindfulness meditation is for the purpose of ending your suffering. Cái thiền chánh niệm mà người ta dạy đó, đa số các thầy, các cô dạy, những cái thiền sư dạy đó, ta dạy về vẫn cái mục đích cái mục đích chính của cái thiền chánh niệm, thiền nguyên thủy là để liễu khổ, đắc lạc. Okay? Những cái người thầy mà dạy đàng hoàng phải hiểu, nhấn mạnh là mình sẽ liễu được khổ và đắc được cái lạc mới gọi là thiền. You see, people can say mindfulness, you can say I'm teaching mindfulness meditation, but really the ultimate form of mindfulness meditation is for you to end suffering and attain bliss. Let's be clear about it. The teachers who teach mindfulness meditation, okay, the best teachers of mindfulness meditation, in my mind, is no standard, of course. I'm just making up things as I go along. Okay, the best teachers of mindfulness meditation are the one whose purpose is to help you end suffering and attain bliss. How many of you have heard that from a mindfulness meditation teacher? I know you've been to at least a few of them, okay, because that's all they're teaching right now out there. Okay? If they teach mindfulness meditation without bringing you to the point of ending suffering, meaning you have no more suffering. That's what ending suffering means. You feel no more suffering. And you feel only bliss. That's the highest form of mindfulness meditation to me. And if someone says, I teach mindfulness meditation, okay? But they don't bring you to that level, then I call it worldly meditation. I don't call it mindfulness meditation. Okay? Because they don't understand mindfulness meditation yet. They still dwell on the worldly benefits. The mindfulness meditation is in order for you to transcend all your sufferings. And when you happen to have, after you have transcended all your suffering, you experience only bliss all the time. Okay? There's no more suffering. It's only bliss. Cái thiền mà thiền chánh niệm đó, thì đa số những người thầy mà dạy chánh niệm á, họ vẫn dạy dùng cái danh từ chánh niệm thôi. Thực ra cái trình độ mình dạy thiền chánh niệm mà cao nhất á, là để liễu khổ đắc lạc. Tới trình độ đó, quý vị hoàn toàn không thấy khổ nữa, mà chỉ thấy luôn luôn là hỷ lạc, không còn thấy khổ nữa. Okay? Cái đó mới gọi là thiền chánh niệm. Okay? Những cái người thầy mà hiểu dạy thiền chánh niệm, phải mục tiêu của họ là đem học trò tới cái trình độ đó. You see, so the best mindfulness meditation teachers are the one whose purpose is to bring you, to help you, to train you, to end all your sufferings and be blissful all the time. That's the best mindfulness meditation teachers for you. Thành ra, đối với thầy, những cái người thầy mà dạy về chánh niệm mà giỏi nhất là những người thầy, mục tiêu của họ để huấn luyện cho quý vị đắc được cái lạc và liễu được cái khổ, không bao giờ thấy khổ nữa. There's no more suffering. Okay? You see, in order to get there, Your body has to be very healthy. Okay? Your stress levels to be virtually non-existent. You see that? So why bother talk about worldly benefits? The mindfulness meditation benefits will be built on top of the worldly benefits naturally. Quý vị thấy cái thiền miên thị là quý vị muốn tới được cái liễu khổm đắc lạc, đương nhiên quý vị phải là khỏe mạnh hơn, phải bớt căng thẳng tinh thần, ok, phải sung sức hơn. Cái đó là tự động nó có. Mình thành ra cái thiền cái lời thiền chánh niệm nó một cái tầng lớp cao hơn cái lời của cái thiền thế gian. Thì tất cả những cái lợi ích của thiền thế gian đều có trong cái lợi ích khi mà quý vị tu luyện cái thiền chánh niệm. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you that if you practice mindfulness meditation, the highest form of mindfulness meditation, okay, then you also get all the worldly benefits naturally, without even having to worry about it. Is it clear? So, again, if you learn meditation, if you say, I learn mindfulness meditation, it should be for the purpose of ending all your sufferings and only experience bliss. Then I would call that you are a mindfulness meditator. If not, I call you a worldly meditator. Okay? Questions about this? Yes? So how do you end suffering and attain bliss? Làm sao mà liễu khổ đắc lạc? You end suffering by how? Okay. Huh? With mindfulness. Yes. Okay. How do you attain bliss? Bliss is, by the way, lạc là gì? Bliss is a very Buddhist technical term. It's not bliss that you talk that people talk out there. People talk bliss out there is more like ecstasy or whatever, not the drugs, the other kind of ecstasy. Okay? Okay. Bliss in Buddhist term, it's the incredible happiness you sense when you enter samadhi. It's called bliss. If you concentrate to the point where you enter samadhi, okay, then you experience bliss naturally. So the Buddhists talk about bliss because it's a state that's associated with concentration power. Okay? And that state is very, very blissful. It is so wonderful. It's so much better than the bliss as the worldly people talk about. It's called sensual pleasures. As they call the worldly people, bliss is actually refers to sensual pleasures. The bliss for the Buddhists is transcendental pleasure, a much more intense form of pleasure. So much more. Yes? Okay? Lạc là gì? Lạc là danh từ chuyên viên của Phật giáo. Lạc là nó là một cái trạng thái của cái định. Chỉ có thiền định mới đem lại cái lạc. Chứ không phải cái lạc á, mà người thế gian nói cái lạc đó là nói về những cái sung sướng của cái lục dục. Còn cái lạc này, cái lạc của thiền định đó, là cái loại hỷ lạc mà rất là đặc biệt. Nó mạnh và nó sung sướng hơn nhiều. Okay? All right. So bliss is a state of samadhi, if you will. If you have bliss, when you mention the word bliss in Buddhism, bliss here refers to what you experience when you enter samadhi naturally. You don't have to ask, I enter samadhi. And Sarah say, I enter samadhi, Master, where's the bliss you promised me? Okay? You don't have to worry about it. Once you enter samadhi, you experience bliss. Naturally. Okay? Cái lạc á, là khi quý vị nhập định tự động là hưởng được cái lạc ngay lập tức. Okay? So, you experience bliss means, so if you, mindfulness meditation is that You're always in samadhi. The highest form of mindfulness meditation is to teach you to be in samadhi constantly. That's why you're always blissful. Is it clear? Even after you exit samadhi, your bliss becomes a deteriorate. Which sometimes lasts for days, weeks, months. Okay? It depends on your depth of samadhi, your form of samadhi. Okay? For example, when I first started meditating, I entered samadhi, and sometimes the bliss would last for about 24 hours. After 24 hours, it started to degrade. After 24 hours, you don't feel blissful anymore. Okay? And sometimes it would last for a few days. Okay? So, cái lạc này là tùy cái trình độ của cái thiền định. Thiền định mà càng cao, càng sâu thì cái lạc nó càng lâu dài. Cái lạc có thể 24 tiếng đồng hồ. Sau khi quý vị xuất định rồi vẫn còn sung sướng 24 tiếng đồng hồ. Hoặc có thể vẫn sung sướng vài ngày. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so bliss is associated with samadhi. You enter samadhi, you exit samadhi, you still are very very, very blissful. Okay. What is ending suffering? Remember, mindfulness meditation is two goals: to attain bliss and end suffering. Okay, we talked about obtaining bliss. Okay, if you concentrate to the point where you're able to enter samadhi, then you experience bliss. We talked about that. So now, how about ending suffering? What does it entail? Liễu khổ là sao? Yes, Sienche, what is ending suffering? You're not sleepy anymore. You're not sleepy anymore. I assure you, sleepiness is a form of suffering. Yes? Okay? So, how do you end suffering? Yes?
Removing all your attachment.
Okay. Liễu khổ bằng cách là đoạn cái chấp trước. Very good. Okay? The reason you suffer is because of attachments. Okay? Yes, think about this. This is the nature of our confusion. Think about this. For example, okay, you like your car so much that when you get a door ding in the parking lot, you feel very bad, right? You feel violated. I remember the first time I parked my and this is long time ago. Okay, I'm not as vain as I used to be, but a long time ago I had a BMW, and I parked and went to a shopping center and parked there. I came out, somebody smashed it and took the stereo, a Blaupunk stereo. Okay. Now I was insured, but I never felt the same again. The cars, I didn't like the car anymore. It's like you feel violated. It's no longer the same car that you drive because somebody else violated it. I know.
It's so annoying, Master.
And it's so deflating because I didn't enjoy driving the car anymore. Okay? Think about it. You look at me. Yeah, I still feel the same way, by the way, about that car. Yes.
When you suffer too much, 2, 3 times, 4 times, the feel is gone. The suffer is gone. It's good.
The feeling is gone, but the story I just told you is your feeling may be gone, but your mind is still scarred.
Not happy.
You still, in the back of your mind, you're not happy about it. You see, as you can feel when I talk about my first BMW, how unhappy I still feel with the fact it was violated. You see that? You still feel there's still a scar, you will. You still remember in your mind. That's what we call, that's what Sarah refers to as attachment. I'm still attached to that car. The fact is violated. So you still have a scar here. Okay? That is suffering. You may forget about it. Yes, after 3 or 4 times, the pain decreases, the suffering decreases. But what does not decrease is in here. Physically, emotionally, it decreases. But mentally, it's still here. You still have a scar up here. Ask anyone who's divorced, they will tell you. Or who's planning the divorce, they will tell you. Why? I'm getting divorced because I don't like my husband anymore. Okay? And you know what? They carry that same mindset to the next marriage. I don't like him. That's why I marry you. Okay? And the husband says, oh my God, if she doesn't like him that badly, then I could be next. You see? Right? Okay. You see, the point here is that mentally we have a scar, and that's still hurting us. Okay? And that's what Sarah was talking about. No one, remember, the BMW is gone. Remember, the husband is gone already. Okay? But still, it's still up here. And that's called attachment. You're still attached to it mentally. It's still a picture in your mind. It's better to get divorced and then erase it from your mind. Now I call it total divorce. That's the end of suffering. You see that? If you erase from your mind, you have no more attachment, then it's no more suffering. As long as you have a scar up here, it still bothers you when you talk about it. Like my car. I don't like that BMW anymore. Okay, yes?
When you go to the second level for the meditation, is gone the suffer?
It's no more suffering.
How many times take this?
Oh, about 5 times. It's easy. If you're good, 5 times. If you're not that good, 5 million lifetimes. A long time if you're not good. Like me, I'm not there yet. So I talk about it, I'm not there. I'm on my 499,000 times. I'm still not there yet. I'm kidding. The point here is that let's not be greedy, let's not be unrealistic, okay? I'm only painting you a picture of nirvana. I'm not there yet, so I only make you, I'm like a salesman. I'm only making you a promise, okay? It's good to know about it. It gives us hope, okay? Because this is why I get divorced in the first place. I said, I don't like you anymore. I divorce you, woman. And then I thought, I move on to a better woman. And guess what? Same problem. Okay, why? See? It's because of attachment. You think you're smart by getting rid of one. Actually, you carry the same problem with the next. So when you get to be as old as I am, I say, oh, forget it. I'm not getting a divorce anymore. Yeah, it's hopeless. Okay? So the point here is that nature of suffering is what? Because of attachment. Why are you attached in the first place? Why? Human nature. Okay? Human nature.
But it's true. It's a bummer, but...
Because we choose to.
You believe?
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah.
You say, oh, I want to be loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah, we talk. We're talking. Let's be real. We want to be loved, don't we? We want to feel important. I mean, important. Important. Okay, we want to feel love. You want to be liked. You see, every time I lecture, let me tell you a little secret. Okay, and you pay attention to this. Okay, you monk apprentice monks. When I sit up here, you see two groups of people, women and men. Okay, and there's a clear delineation why we separate women from men. It's not because of many reasons, but the main reason for me is I say, when I look at this side, I say, like me. Like me. I'm pretty. I'm desirable. Like me. Okay? I remind myself that. Over here, what's it? Over here, on the men's side. Huh? Sir, what's the men's side? What do you...
I didn't know there was a
Yeah, there's a clear delineation for us. So the men's side, what do the men want? Boys, what do they want?
Like me.
No. Close. Very good. This is a woman who understands men. Obey me? What's obey me? Why do you need to obey me? Because?
They're the boss.
I'm important. Men's weakness is that I'm important. Yeah, I'm important. Correct? Right? This is why I decided to become a monk at first place. What? Men's weakness is I'm important. Women's weakness is like me. This is why this guy does so well. He goes to all his clients and, oh, I like you so much. That's why I drive a long way to get here. It took me half an hour to drive here to say hello and tell you something. Because I like you. And women eat it up. Right? Right, Robert?
I think so.
That's why he's dangerous. You know?
I'm dangerous?
Yeah, because if you understand a woman, you know, then you can sell anything to them. Anything. Yeah, anything. I like you so much. That's why I bring you a vacuum cleaner. Look at how nice. Look at how beautiful you look when you pushing it.
That's a little far.
Okay? This is what happens to women. The good sales people, by the way, are the one who get the women to like them first. They don't sell. They get the good salesmen get the women to like them first.
So if you're no longer important, you no longer want to be married.
That's right. But the men is different. Men is slightly different. Okay? They like to be liked, but they're more important to them. They need to feel important. That's the attachment. That's what she says. The woman says, he's the boss. Roberta says, he's the boss. Yeah? Yeah?
At least you got a lot of thinkies in charge.
But different cultures are very different.
You mean it's different for you Caucasians?
Yeah, I've noticed that the importance is more in Asian culture.
Than Caucasian?
Yeah, way more.
Is that right, Roberta?
What did he just say?
He says he claims that the Asians are now stuck on being important. The Asian men are stuck on being important, more so than Caucasians.
More than Caucasians?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, though, now. I don't know if I agree with that totally. I think any man, most of the men I met...
Just forget he's your son for a change.
I think I think
And
men
it's
really
no-
want to. They want to be important. They do, and they want to succeed. They want to succeed and be important in the world.
Success because it's important.
Yeah.
Very
Well, I'm
important.
not saying that a man doesn't want to, a Caucasian man doesn't want to be important. I'm saying that
Not as strongly as the Asians.
the reciprocation, the female is more conducive to making you feel more important than a Caucasian woman. That's my observation.
Okay, I'm not going there, but let's keep it PG-13. Yeah, I'm willing to go out on a limb for so far, but not the small branches, not the twigs. But the point here is that in our society, okay, the men have, I think it's a double standard, and the man has a sense of power. That's why the males, the boys are groomed to be important, to be preferred, okay, to be the authority. Okay, the women are groomed somehow to be like me. That's what I notice. Yes or no?
Hispanic culture is like that.
Oh yeah? It's the case with Hispanics?
Yeah.
True in Asia?
I think it's the same. Asian and Hispanic people.
Yeah. You know, even I think even in this country, you know, the women put on makeup and all those things. What for? Like me. Like me.
For other women.
What?
For other women, primarily.
For other women?
Primarily.
They want to look better than the other, or what? Or compete with it, Robert?
Yes.
Well, the same thing with men. Men want to be more important than other men. It's always a competition. But the thing is that women, you know, are more somehow in our society, in human society, we groom them to be approved, you know, to be liked. And that's the attachment, very, very heavy attachment. Okay? You're trying to get rid of it. I know. Hallelujah. Okay? I think I lost quite a few people. So let's go to lunch. Who cares?
And Chan, teach you how to get a mindful state?
Oh, very good. We can elaborate more next time. But basically, the highest form of meditation, the third form, is that to help you see the Buddha nature. It's also part of mindfulness. Okay, the mindfulness is only actually a lower form of bliss. The Chan bliss is much higher. Actually, the mindfulness meditation still has some suffering. Still is suffering, but they're not aware of it. The Chan will you eliminate totally all suffering. And it's incredibly blissful. The bliss you experience from the Mahayana, from seeing the Buddha nature, is no comparison to the bliss you experience in the mindfulness meditation. There's no comparison at all. You can't even compare. Yes?
When you start the meditation, is good, and your life changes, but all the bad things is happening in my life.
Yes.
I see when I go to the meditation and go level to level, I like it, but all the things happen bad and bad and bad.
Mm-hmm.
I lost too much things.
Yeah.
When the meditation leave on one side, the things is back to me.
Very good. The question is that you have a lot of things that are making you unhappy, right? And how does meditation help? Okay, meditation help you in two ways. Number one, help you understand why bad things are happening. You need to understand. If things happen to you in a bad way and just keep on happening, you have no clues, then it's very difficult for you to resolve it. So that's number 2. If you understand, okay, then you learn ways to resolve those problems. Meditation helps you solve those problems and stop those bad things. That's the only way for you to be able to experience bliss. You cannot experience bliss if those bad things bother you. Okay, so meditation will eventually help you solve those problems or deal with those problems more effectively. Okay? Does that help? It will help you become clear your head and help you know how to solve these problems more effectively so that you put an end to these problems. Okay? Okay. Yes?
Shifu, could I just ask a technical question? In meditating recently, I keep noticing like my head leaning forward, and when I notice that, well, first of all, we're not supposed to move, but if I notice like that, I should straighten out, right? Or should I just completely ignore it and say, oh, well, that's where my head is and leave it there? Or just I should make that.
Why does it move?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Why does it move? Is it physical movement or is it you tell yourself move?
No, it's just like an unconscious movement.
Okay.
Then I'll find myself slowly, or suddenly I realize, oh, my head's like forward here.
Mm-hmm. It's 2 kinds of movements. Number 1 is a movement from your mind. It says your mind is directing the physical movement, and the other is involuntary. It doesn't come from your conscious mind. Okay. And so in meditation, you can learn to control yourself. You control your body so that you sit erect. You don't move. But sometimes the things that will make your body move, you can't help it. Okay. Those things you let it happen naturally. You don't have to do anything. Eventually, it take care of itself. Okay. Instead of correcting yourself and correcting your head, instead you focus more strongly in your navel. It will correct itself. And what I'm teaching you is not even to strike a thought, to fix it. You just concentrate on your navel more. That's all you do. Am I making sense? Okay.
That's when we that before I forget to contact my body movement.
Yeah, you move it right away.
Suddenly I remember I contact.
Because that's all you do. You don't fix it. That's a lower form. That's mindfulness meditation. You fix it. Mahayana meditation, focus on your navel. That's the difference. You understand? The mindfulness meditation teacher will tell you to correct it. Okay? Because they don't understand. But when you go to Mahayana meditation, we tell you to go to your navel. That's all you do. You don't do anything. It will fix itself. Non-action. No karma. Okay? We can talk some more like next time because it's 11 o'clock, so let's go lunch. And I'll suffer and I'll hunger and enjoy the food.
Teaching.
Slowly, it's just like anything else. It takes time to fix it gradually. You resolve. You want to fix it. You find a way to fix it. You don't have to accept the suffering. By the way, no reason.
Shishay.
It's a matter of finding. You realize
Shishai.